Hello, my name is Krista Oskopinski, and this is my final presentation on elder abuse. Please enjoy. What is elder abuse? Elder abuse is when an intentional act or failure to act is committed that causes or creates a risk of harm to an adult age 60 or older. The abuse often occurs at the hands of a caregiver or person the elder trusts. There are several types of abuse an elder could receive. While abuse of anyone is unacceptable, elder abuse is a particularly heinous crime due to the fact the population is considered extremely vulnerable due to their age. Types of elder abuse. Abuse of an elder can manifest in several different forms, and there are several different types of abuse an elder can fall victim to. These different types of abuse can fall into categories such as physical abuse, sexual abuse, psychological or emotional abuse, neglect, and financial abuse. The first type of abuse I'm going to talk about is physical abuse. Physical abuse is when an elder may experience overall damage to their well-being through the use of physical force from another person. One such example of physical abuse could be the caregiver punching or kicking an elder because the caregiver is just in a bad mood that day and decides to take their frustrations out on the elder. The second type of elder abuse I'm going to talk about is sexual abuse. Sexual abuse of an elder is any unwanted sexual act performed on a non-consenting or unable to consent adult over the age of 60. The next type of abuse of an elder that may occur is psychological or emotional abuse. Psychological or emotional abuse occurs when an individual or group of individuals uses verbal or nonverbal communications that cause mental distress in an elder individual. Examples of psychological or emotional abuse could be, but is not limited to, harassment or threats or humiliation. The next type of abuse an elder can experience is neglect. Neglect is when an elder's basic needs are not being met by those people responsible to care for the elder. Examples of neglect can include insufficient food and water being supplied, insufficient shelter, insufficient hygienic care, or insufficient medical care being provided for the individual. Neglect is the most common of abuse that an elder can be the recipient of, unfortunately. The final type of abuse an elder may fall victim to is financial abuse. Financial abuse is when anything of value that is rightfully owned by the elder is misused by an individual or group of individuals other than the elder, such as money, property, or other assets. Lasting effects of elder abuse. An individual who is the victim of elder abuse can have some serious, long-term, and life-altering effects because of their experiences. The type of abuse, the frequency of the abuse, and the intensity of the abuse are all determining factors of how bad the long-term effects an individual might have after facing elder abuse could be. Some effects of elder abuse could include, but are not limited to, suicidal thoughts or actions, thoughts of hopelessness, increased loneliness, developing depression, psychological trauma, and even possible death due to the abuse suffered by the individual. How we know elder abuse is an issue. Elder abuse is a big issue plaguing today's society according to the NCOA, or the National Council on Aging. Approximately 1 in 10 Americans aged 60 or over have experienced some form of elder abuse in their life. That's an estimated amount of 5 million elders a year. And only 1 in 14 of elder abuse cases are ever reported to authorities. What factors contribute to elder abuse? Elders are an especially vulnerable class due to aging, and combined with physical and cognitive decline, elders become increasingly susceptible to mistreatment. Physical decline can be anything from loss of muscle mass and strength, decreased mobility, or even no mobility. Cognitive decline can also be a number of things, ranging from acute to extreme memory loss, cognitive distortions caused by mental illness such as dementia, which is unfortunately fairly common among the elderly population. Some elders who experience physical and cognitive decline no longer possess the ability to fight back or stand up for themselves, due to their conditions making them an easy target for those who want to take advantage of someone while they are weak or perceived vulnerable. History of elder abuse. Elder abuse has always been an issue due to the population's vulnerable nature and is still very prominent in today's society. However, the issue of elder abuse was thrust into the public eye around the 1970s when protective service units were created. Protective service units were part of the Social Security Act and were supposed to protect adults over the age of 18. Protective service units were later found to be ineffective and not cost efficient. In the 1980s, Surgeon General Louis Sullivan declares elder abuse and neglect a public health and criminal justice issue, raising awareness to the public about elder abuse like never before. In 1989, the National Center for Elder Abuse was founded to help stop elder abuse and provide resources to victims who needed them. In 2003, Senator John Barrow introduces the Elder Justice Act. The Elder Justice Act allows the use of federal funds to go towards implementing law to benefit elders in the U.S. This act would not be passed until 2010, a whole 7 years later. How is elder abuse in today's society? Although there are a lot more organizations and resources such as ABA, Commission on Law and Aging, the Elder Justice Coalition, the Mission of National Adult Protective Services Association, National Center on Elder Abuse, and the National Association of States United for Aging and Disabilities, fighting to end elder abuse, just to name a few, and provide resources to victims and advocacy for the issue. Elder abuse is still very much alive in our society today. Just 1 year ago, in 2019, news broke of a dementia fight club in North Carolina in an elderly care facility. Caretakers McKee, Tyson, and Jordan, who are pictured above, were in charge of caring for the well-being of these elderly patients. Instead, they took advantage of these elderly patients suffering from dementia and pitted them against each other against their will. News like this is not too uncommon to hear these days, as several other similar instances have happened in recent years. There's still so much work to do to end elder abuse in our society today. And that's it. Here are my citations. If you have any questions, please let me know and email me. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.